Now we will see the MPOS in the system. So this is the menu path, like SAP menu, APO. Under APO, go to the demand planning, and in the demand planning, go to the environment, and here you can see slash SAP APO MSDP underscore admin. This is the administration of demand planning and supply network planning. If you go to this C code, here you can see the planning area and the MPOS. Both you can see here. So here only for DP and for SLP, you can create a MPOS and you can create a planning area. Both are at the same place. So to create a MPOS, we need to select the planning object structure. And here we can see the MPOS which are already available in the system. So all these are there in the system. Say for example here, whatever the starts with 9A, like you see, first two letters are with 9A. These are the standard SAP provided MPOS. And these some are the MPOS for the DP and some SNP, some are for MPOS for the SNP purpose. And remaining like which are you are able to see Z, like in our training we have created, and some are for the SAP is given some sample MPOS also. So to create our own MPOS, we can right click here and choose the option create planning object structure. So we will give a name for our MPOS. I will give as a ZAPO1. I am giving the MPOS name as a ZAPO1 and give the name and go to the continue. So then give the text ZAPO1. Now here we will see the what is the all the options. If you go to the SNP possible, this MPOS will work for the SNP. It is not for the DP purpose. If you want to specific this MPOS for the SNP purpose, then we need to select the SNP possible. And in SNP, you want to go for the scheduling agreement, then we need to select this option. And you want to do the characteristic based forecast, then we need to select this option. And in the DP, again we have the BOM, bill of material. If you want to do the specific planning for the BOM material, we can select this option. Otherwise, you want to take normal plain MPOS for the demand planning, no need to select any option.
Okay.
By selecting this option, it will give the default characteristics in the every MPOS. And here, another thing is that you can see the navigation. Okay, navigation attribute we will talk later. First, we will see the characteristics. Here, you can see the all the characteristics which are available in the system. So, first some characteristics you can see. What's on this?
No, nothing.
Okay. You can see some of the characteristics here starts with 0A. Hello, any question?
Okay, I'm here.
And otherwise, if you have question, just you can ping me. Otherwise, I'm not understanding the voice sometimes.
Yeah. I'll put myself on this. If I have question, I'll see.
Yeah. If any question, just you can ping me so that I can understand.
Yeah, sure.
And here you can see some of the characteristics starts with 9A. It means like in APO we have the inbuilt system as a BW system. So that is the reason here we have the options. Whenever you are creating a characteristic, system will ask, do you want to create for APO or do you want to create for the BW? Since BW is the inbuilt server in the APO. So whatever you are able to see here 0A, these are the BW characteristics. If you go down, and whatever the characteristics you are see with starting with 9A, these are the APO key figures. Sorry, APO characteristics, which are starts with 0A. Those are the BW characteristics. which are starts with the 9A, these are the standard APO characteristics. And other than that, we can also create our own characteristics with Z and other any name. Like normally the creating of the characteristics we will do into the RSA1 T code for the APO. The same T code we are using for the BW also to create a characteristics. Anyway, I will take one session on the BW. That time we will cover all these topics. Now, I want to select the characteristics whichever I want to use for our MPath planning. So to select a characteristics from the list, from here to we will select to our MPath. Like these are the total characteristics are available in the system. So from here to we can pick what are the characteristics required for our MPath. So how to pick the characteristics is go to the find option and go to the description. So first I want to take a product. So I will give as a APO product and continue. See, this is the 9A Matanar is the APO product characteristic. Like normally in R3, the technical name for the material is Matanar, here 9A Matanar. So select this one and push this button so that this 9A Matanar will be added into the in your MPath. Same thing like I will select the remaining characteristic which we want for our planning purpose. So basically the basic characteristics is the APO product and location. So this is the 0A, so BW location. So 9A Locono, this is the APO location. Normally in the demand planning, always we will talk into the product and location combination. Say for example, I want to release my forecast. There also we will prefer only product and location. If I want to use the life cycle planning, there also we used to use the product and location. So these are the basic characteristics. So other than this, we will select the remaining characteristics. Say for example, I want to select as a sales organization. So give the sales organization. This is the BW and 9A VKORG. This is the sales organization. And I want to select the customer. Customer number we will take. And another one I want to take as a product group. Product group. So what we have selected like a product and a product group and location, customer and sales organization, and we will select another characteristic as a brand. Yes, 9A brand I will take. So whatever the characteristics here we have selected, just you can observe those are the nothing but like a product or location hierarchy only. Either it will be fit somewhere like either product hierarchy or location hierarchy. Say for example here you can see, say I can say product group is the in the hierarchy this is the first one, and brand is the second level, and the next one is the product. Like that we can say hierarchy. This is the higher level, this is the medium, and this is the lowest level. If I take my product hierarchy, and here like sales organization I will take hierarchy 1, and APO location I will take hierarchy 2, and customer hierarchy 3 in the location master. Like that, whatever the characteristics if you take in the MPAS, basically we can differentiate either product hierarchy or customer hierarchy. So normally that product hierarchy or location hierarchy. So always your characteristics might be fit somewhere into this product or location. So but basically if you see at lowest level it will be into the APO product and the APO location like 9A Matna and 9A Lucknow. Till this part is clear, Sandeep?
Yes, yes, this is clear.
Okay.
All these characteristics, the planner will give us these characteristics, right?
Yes. Say for example, if you take any company, how they will differentiate their product, like a first product line and a product group, like a product line A might be if you see higher level product lines are 10, and again in the product line again there is a in product line A we have the product group A, product group B, product group C, like that we have differentiator. And again in product group A, brand 1, brand 2, brand 3, again we have the differentiator. In the brand also product A, product B, product C, like that the product hierarchy will be there. The same thing like a location hierarchy also. So like normally at what high level they want to see the data, and at low level how they want to see the data, like that we will choose the characteristics here.
And like, are there any limitations on creating accounts like in a company?
Sorry, Sandeep.
Like, are there any limitations on creating an MPOS, or like can any number of accounts be created?
Yeah, MPAS also, like for example, if you create more MPAS, again for supporting it will be like a problem. For example, if we have the 10 MPAS, might be in our support consultant will be more. Like after the implementation, we need to put more expenditure on the support. If it is a less MPAS, obviously it will be the like we will need the less support consultants only. And moreover it will be decided based on the how they want to do the planning. And here you can see this one, it is a dimension. So normally this is the like a BW functionality, like all the product related dimension we can give one, and all the location related dimension if we give to the 2, so that it will be when it will pick the data, it will like arrange all the dimensions like a similar products it will consider. Say for example, product group is linked to the product and it is linked to the brand, so that if you give all are one dimension, so that when it is picking the data it will be like a performances, it will be more. Either that we can use it or we cannot use it, but this is the option for that one. So now these are the options in the MPAS, and now still we are missing this navigation attribute. Like what is the navigation attribute? As I told, like for example, the product again we can differentiate as a promotional product or non-promotional product. So it is a promotional product or non-promotional product also. For manufacturing and planning we will follow the same process, but here I want to see the data at a different level. Say for example, my total demand for product A is 100. In that 100, 70 is the promo product and 30 is the non-promo product. Basically product is the same product only, but might be the promo and the non-promo we can see the differentiator. So that time we can create those as a navigation attribute. The use of this navigation attribute is it will act like a characteristic, but really it is not like a characteristic. So it will act like a characteristic, but it will be the subpart of the characteristic. So normally here the data will occupied at a product level, but here only we are making it as a subpart, promo or non-promo. So it will not occupy the or it will not create the more CBCs, like more database records. So that is the reason we used to use the navigation attributes which are not really required for the planning. Okay, Sandeep? Now, after creating my MPath, I will save the MPath, then go to the edit option here and take the assign product slash location. Product we will take as a 9A Matana, location we will take as a 9A Lucknow. So this is the least level we are following in the DP. So this level we want to do the planning. I can go to the continue. Why I want to use this option is, like in the MPath, this will be linked. If you give these options, it will be linked to the life cycle planning, and it will be linked to the releasing your forecast to SNP and ECC systems. If you not use this option here, if you not give this product and location here, we cannot able to perform the life cycle planning, and we cannot release the our demand to the SNP. So this is the link for the life cycle planning and releasing the forecast. Anyway, there we can see the details also. When we are doing the life cycle planning and when we are doing the releasing the forecast, then we can see why exactly we have given these options. Sandeep, it is giving a lot of noise. Okay, thank you. If you have any questions, please type it here so that at least I can understand. So I have saved my MPath and I will be back. So now you can check whatever the MPath we have created. So this is the MPath we have created here. You can see all remaining MPaths are in the system are showing in the green, but our MPath showing in the red, because planning object structure is not active. It is showing it is not active. So now we need to do the activation. How we can do the activation? Directly you can go to the MPath and you can choose this button for active. That is one option. And other option is right click to your MPath and go to the active. So once you have activated this MPath, automatically system will create a background one info cube. To reference this MPath, it will create a one info cube. Now I will do the active. Now you can see the under it will give the message like info cube is creating ZAP1. Info cube ZAP1 is creating. In the background, automatically it will create a info cube to refer this MPath. Then it will be activated. Normally it will take 2 to 3 minutes. So why it is creating the info cube in the background? Since the APO DP is connecting with the BW. See, now it is successfully activated. So if you right click and go to the display, now you can see it is activated, and now it is grayed out. Now you cannot do any changes, like you cannot add any characteristics again here. The important thing is here, like always the MPath you should not change once the active. Like if you want to change MPath again, what we have to do, we need to deactivate it and we need to do the changes, and again we need to activate it. By deactivating, whatever the data is storing in the MPOS, everything we will lose. Like it means total master data will gone from the system. So that is the reason 99%, like not 99, 100% is after the go live, like nobody will not go for the any changes in the MPOS. That is one important rule. Okay. And now we have the MPOS and we have the characteristic. Like in the MPOS, we told like a product, we told location, customer, product group or brand. Now we need to give the values for these characteristics. Say for example, we told product, but in our system there is a 10 products are there. So now we need to enter the products in the system. So how it is doing? Right click and go to the characteristics combination and maintain. And here we have the different options to create a characteristic value combination. Like whatever the characteristic values are there, we will give as a combination. Like it means product A belongs to location A and belongs to sales organization A, and we are selling to the customer A. Like that, we have to give this combination of the records. So that one we can call as a CVC, characteristic value combination. This is nothing but like a master data for the master data for the demand planning. So MPOS is house for the master data, and the characteristic value combination is the master data for DP. So MPOS is a place where you are storing the master data, but what is the master data is characteristic value combination. So I will create like a brand one, customer one, location one, and product one, and product group one, and sales organization one. So it means product one in L1 location, and it is selling to the customer one, and it is belongs to the brand one, and it is belongs to the product group one, and we are selling through sales organization SO1, like that. So all possible combinations we need to create it like this. So this is nothing but like a getting from the sales order only, like your sales order or your sales invoice. Now I will create another product combination P2. I will create another one P3, and I will create another combination P4. Now come back here and go to the display here and select execute it here. Now we can see all the characteristic value combinations existing in our system. Product 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So here we have created manually, but if in the real time, here the thousand of records are there. So how we are managing in the real time? And another question, normally how many characteristic value combinations will be there in any system, like any project? Like if it is a small company, it will be like around 10,000 characteristic value combination. And if it is a mid-size company, we can say 30 to 40,000. If it is a like a bigger company, say for example, if you take India ITC, it is having more than 1 lakh characteristic value combination in MPOS. Clear, Sandeep? Hello? Again, lot of sound, Sandeep. Otherwise, if you have any questions, please type it here. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Sandeep. Is it free, Sandeep, for you or charging more? Okay, okay. Yeah. Uh, Actually, if I'm getting like yes or no, then only I will feel fine to continue remaining things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you were entering like the all the combinations, right?
Yes.
Like I mean you were just entering any plant, any product. So it doesn't matter whether it is there in income or not.
No, no, no. Actually, I will continue the same thing again. Like just for example, I am showing here how we can arrange a characteristic value combination. But now we will see
Okay.
how it will be happen into the real time.
Fine. Yeah.
Just for understanding, I have given this example. But now I will show you how exactly we are doing in the real time. So now you can come back here and right click on your empath and go to the characteristic combination and go to the create option. Now we can see here create manually and load work list and generate immediately and generate background. Like that we have the different options here. So if I select load to work list and again you can get an option like a data source from where you want to load the data. If you go down here, you can see the different options. One is the planning object structure. It means to refer, if you give this one, it will ask the reference empath. So here if you give any reference empath, so that it will copy the characteristic value combination from the empath. That is one option.
Okay.
And another option, info provider. Normally in the real time, we used to use this option like nothing but like a whatever the sales orders data and whatever the sales invoice data in R3 we will extract into the APO BW system. Like APO we have the inbuilt BW system. There we are extracting and we are giving that reference name of the info provider. We are extracting into one info provider. We are giving that info provider name here. So that what system will do, whatever the characteristics are there in our empath, so it will pick the data from that particular sales order. Like in one sales order, we have the three materials we sold to one customer from one sales organization from this plant. So that here it will take three materials and with all are like a remaining are one customer one plant, so that it will create a three characteristic value combination. So it will check all possible combinations from the reference to sales order or reference to the sales invoice data. For example, in one sales order, we have the three products, but remaining are all are like a common characteristics: plant, sales organization, like a plant A, sales organization A, customer A, but product A, product B, product C. So here we can expect three combinations: product A, plant A, sales organization A, and customer A. Product B, customer A, sales organization A, plant A. Like that, it will create the three combinations. Like that, we will save as a variant this one, and we can use this program. Use this program and save this as a variant. We can view the data also. Like normally, we are extracting the data of the sales order like a 3 months, so that we can view from and to date. And if you go to the select condition, it will show whatever the characteristics are there in our empath. For example, again, if you want to filter anything, say for example, I want to filter only sales organization 1, 2. I don't want remaining sales organization from R3. So that you can filter here only sales organization 1 and 2. So that it will create a characteristics related to sales organization 1 and 2. Like that, daily we are running this in the process chain. Anyway, I will show you how to create a process chain. We will create as a process chain. In that process chain, we will put one stop to create a CBC. So automatically, daily, first the sales orders and sales invoice data will update into the APO cubes. From that cube, it will read and it will create the CBCs. That is the way daily the CBCs will be updated. Any questions, Sandeep? No?
Yeah, actually, I didn't understand the whole thing, but yeah, I'll read again and yeah, I mean, if I have any doubts,
No.
I'll ask.
Like actually to create a CBCs, it will refer sales order or sales invoice data. Like for example, today we have created 5 sales orders in R3 system. So that 5 sales order we will extract into the APO system. So now you can see that 5 sales orders data into the APO system. So what this program will do, it will check the sales orders. It will check the sales order and there is a new product is there, like 3 products are there and the same plant location is there. So what it will do, it will create a 3 possible combinations. Like now we have created P1, P2, P3, like that system automatically will create. Like that whatever the daily it is adding a new sales order or new sales invoice, there it will check whatever the possible new combination. Like if it is already existing combination, it will not bother. If it is new combination, it will create a CBC. And normally this is the way we used to follow in the real time. And another option like a file. Say for example, might be we are not connected with the R3 system, or then we can, like you want to do from some any file, so that you can use the local PC also. From local PC you can extract the file and we can create a CVC, like that. Might be in the desktop we can use some file and we can create a CVC. And another option is application server. Like in APO or SAP, we have the application servers in like a AL level. So you can put into the AL level that file. AL level is the T code. AL level. In that AL level T code, you can put the file and you can view that path so that it will get it from the AL level path. Like that also, we can create the CBC. Other than we can do the development also. Like we can write our own development to create a CBC. But if any project, we used to follow the same this process only, info provider. And if any urgency or users are required, they can create manually how I have created now. Just like a go to and maintain it. And now there is a some combinations are obsolete now. Since 6 months we are not using, or since 1 year we are not using, so I want to delete that one, because unnecessarily we are maintaining the data, even we are not doing anything. So then how we can delete? Here we have the delete and delete from the list. If I take delete from the list, it will give a pop-up and it will delete it. Or if I select the delete, directly it will delete it. So it will recheck. Delete the list, it will recheck. Say for example, product 4, I will take product 4 combination. Product 4, like for example, we are not using this CVC since a long time. So I want to clean this. This is nothing but like a master data maintenance. Normally users themselves, they will only do. So they can go here and they can select and they can delete it. So whatever the absolute records, we can delete it. So now, if you go to the display of your characteristics, you can able to see only 3 characteristics. It will not show the 4th one. P4 it will not show. It is deleted already. Like that, users can do the master data maintenance also. This is total regarding the MPOP. Clear, Sandeep?
Yes.
And now we will go to the storage bucket profiles and the planning bucket profiles and the MPOP. We can create it. Like, do you have time to continue our class, Sandeep?
Can we continue tomorrow?
Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow again 6:30. We'll meet in that time. It is too like what is the time for you, Sandeep? It is 9:30, 10 o'clock.
9:30. 9:30.
Okay. I think 6:30 only India time is better for you. Otherwise it will be late for you. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow what we will do, we will create a storage bucket profile, and then we will create a planning area. Okay, Sandeep.
Thank you, Kalyan.
Yeah, thank you. And I will forward this recording session now, and you can check it. And another thing, Skype also, like Nagraj will help you. Might be initially myself also I got this lot of voice issues, all those things in the Skype. They are experts in this all these tools, so they will solve your issue. Tomorrow, just before our class starts, you can check with them because
I actually asked Nagaraj before, but I don't know. He did something that didn't work out. He said he checked it. I'll give him a call tomorrow.
yeah, because if it is not chargeable, then it is okay, phone. But it's chargeable, and then unnecessarily it's unnecessary expenditure again. Okay, Sandeep. Thanks for your interest and thanks for your time. Tomorrow we will meet India time 6:30 morning. Yes, thank you. Bye. Bye.